I've often heard you talk about paring down a poem, Noel. By paring down, do you mean editing?
I feel you should leave a poem aside for at least 2 or 3 weeks. You become very attached to your writing, and you need to leave a gap in time.
To help your objectivity?
Yes. It's important to return when your mind has settled and is removed from the writing. Then you are able to view the writing in a more critical way, I suppose.
Are there any directions you'd like to give us here?
Well, first of all, get a general impression of the poem. Well, most important, I think, is the writing without a hint of strain. Does the poem feel at ease on the page? Nothing forced, nothing pedantic, symbolism dragged in for the sake of it. Is the poem overwritten? Nothing left to the imagination of the reader? Are there surprises in the poem? Look to the opening line of the poem. Does it pass the first line test? Look to the end of the poem.
And when you're finished with the general impression, where do you go from there?
Well, suppose you can look at it from a language point of view. Does every word deserve its space in the line? Does every stanza deserve its space? Be ruthless in cases like this. Can you improve on the title? Check spelling, punctuation.
And what about showing your work to someone else for evaluation?
Always a good idea, but you need to find a mentor you can trust.
And where do you go from there?
Well, I think we're at the last stage, stage 5, the unique living reality of the poem. I like to think of what Paul Celan wrote. A poem is a message in a bottle that may or may not be picked up. You see, the poem becomes independent of you. It has a life of its own. You send it out for publication, it may or may not be accepted. The poem is open to many interpretations. Readers will see things into your work they never intended.